A lot of private planes flying above me. So let me get that. I could give a crap. And then there's one light white truck up here. You can just tell it's a business truck. It's a OMI, and it's a business truck. One light. It's not like somebody's truck in a backyard. You know, it shouldn't have one light. These are people who work on their trucks all the time. It's purposeful. So non-TIs, please look at that. That is like a worker's truck from OMI. Like, there's so many of them. Compare that and pile them up with all the other one light cars that I'm showing y'all. The private planes flying into the distance. They also were talking about, you know, finding these flight plans of these planes that are flying over us last night. You know, black helicopters, police helicopters, you know, helicopters that are, you know, flying over us, and trying to figure out who they belong to, and if these flight plans, like, I think what they were basically saying is, like, this guy flying over me, here's a one light SUV coming up. We'll just sit here for 15 minutes. You know what, we'll sit here until my battery runs out, and I'll kind of just sit at the corner. And this racetrack is a huge hub, because I don't have a car right now, so this is basically the place I go to get everything. It's a hub for gang stalkers to come and gather and then go out and gang stalk. It just is. Like, and I know all this to non-TIs, it may seem like nonsense or sound crazy. I don't care, it's happening. Like, and it's so crazy to me. I'm experiencing it, and I can't even believe it. So I understand how a non-TI would be like, that guy's crazy and he's paranoid or whatever. I just don't care, because it's happening, and it's doing a lot worse than what I'm just showing y'all on the street. I mean, this is harassment or whatever, but this stuff is like killing people. I mean, they kill me all night long. Let's see if we can get anybody from this way. This racetrack is like the worst place for me to go. I'll have people who just smell, they're drunk, and they'll come in there like gang stalking me, getting all close to me. Just a lot of horrible stuff. Let's see, this, that's it. That's what my main organizer's car looks like. That's not him though. The regular people. Got about 10% battery, guys. So I'm gonna run out of battery power. They're running, it said 20% about a minute ago. So my attackers are running down my battery. You know, I put some videos out of chemtrails. They were really trying to stop the video going on my phone. And if I do put anything out, you know, on my computer, they will sit there and it'll take 2 days to get it to go to load up to YouTube. I hope everybody who's got it, let me know, comment, send Dave a letter if I gave you a CD. You know, I just sent one to a guy in Poland, and he's going to be distributing them in Poland. So the CD really does help. When I'm telling you about all the stuff that's happening to me, you know, they've worked around it in some ways, but it really does help. Like, I can say as a TI, you know, it cuts down on a lot of the remote neural manipulation. You know, I think if, you know, they're hitting you remotely and you don't have any implants or anybody directly around you, I really think that it could stop the targeting altogether by my experimenting with it. I just think that, you know, my people have a lot of different levels. You know, when I was listening to the CD, you know, they started talking, they were like, oh, we lost him or something like that. And the guy goes, it doesn't matter, I'm just going to move to satellites or something like that. So I don't know if that means that, you know, I have an implant and they can just move to a satellite. I don't know if they were trying to trick me, because they often just try and say things that aren't true. So you really, and that's another lesson, TIs. Do not listen to your V2K about anything. If you think you're learning something from them, just get that out of your mind. You have to get evidence of what's going on. Do not listen to anything that's happening or anything they say. It can't tell you anything. Because they may give you a kernel of truth and then, like, just, you know, just blast it with a whole bunch of lies on V2K. In about 48 minutes. I kind of want it to get, we'll just wait for the phone to turn on. Kind of think about what else is going on. We do really have to trust in God. You know, I get angry. You know, my mind's being tortured. There's one light. We get a couple more one light cars. Let's do that. You know, we got to be assertive and fight, but also, you know, wake up every morning. You know, Sue had a great call the other night saying we've got to be, you know, we've got to be grateful for the things that we do have, and that's something I've really got to work on. They really get me in a tizzy of, you know, what I don't have, and I'm, you know, so, but I have a lot. I have a loving family, and I have friends. I have a whole TI community that I never would have met unless this happened. So wonderful, strong people. I've never seen such strength in the people fighting this. So we can't just think about the evil that we've seen. We have to kind of think about, you know, some of the good stuff that we've seen fighting this evil. I think my back